everybody, and welcome to episode 11 of the Unpacked Podcast. Today we're joined by my usual beautiful co-host in Tobias. How are you on this fine day?
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, we're a bit out of sync at the moment. We're recording on a Friday now. We missed one last week. Yeah. We won't go into details as to why, but we were going to film one last week, and then it all went to pieces. But yeah, we were filming on a Friday this week, so I'm good. It's not a great day, but how are you?
Yeah, I'm fantastic, thank you, Tobias. I appreciate you asking. It's been a good week for the collectible industry, hasn't it? Would you say?
Yeah, well, I think there's been lots of good little things that we've seen this week. I'm trying to think. Well, got our hands on 101 at last.
Yes.
Been a few more little releases and sneaks of what's coming. Yeah, there we go. 101 binders all around. Very nice.
And Merlin 95 has finally been shipped.
Exactly.
After nearly 2 months.
Well, I'm hoping that next podcast that we film, you will have that in front of you and you can tell everyone all about what you think. And, we get a little bit more of an insight into what it is. So I look forward to that.
Yeah. We keep mentioning this on the podcast. I feel like we've been talking about it for ages, Merlin, but hopefully it's going to be as good as what it looks like, and hopefully I can get a decent auto in there, because there's a big list, and a fair few of them are ones which you don't really want.
No, Topps Heritage could do you dirty, or it could be you get an amazing card which will look nice, but also no doubt be worth an awful lot of money. So yeah, we can see. Well, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed,
absolutely. But the main episode, or the main pointer of this podcast, which of course you can listen to on Spotify Podcast or Apple Podcasts. You can also watch on YouTube, so do follow us on all those platforms. Leave a review on Spotify/Apple, wherever you can leave reviews. Show the support for the Unpacked Podcast, because it's such a fun little project we have going on here over at Unpacked.
It is. It's just a nice, it's a very different platform that we've got here, and I think we both enjoy, talking /rambling/ranting about the hobby, which is, part and parcel of it, I'd say.
Absolutely, and I think people need to hear this stuff, So do listen to us on whatever platform you want, and of course follow us /subscribe on those various platforms. But the main topic of today's video is again Match Attax 101, because we now have it in hand. We're going to have a little discussion about it. It's overall, I'd say, I'd definitely recommend picking some packs up. I'm sure you'd say the same.
Absolutely, I 100% would. It is just, it is a move away from what we've been used to, and I think on the whole, that is a very good thing.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. We're not seeing. I think the big thing about that is the limited editions. We're just seeing gold. I know, like, what's the point in calling them gold? Just call them limited edition. But I suppose that's what Match Attax has made their name off, the gold and the silver.
I like to think that I only get the gold Ellie that I've got so far from the only box that I've opened. There we are. There's the limited editions for those watching on YouTube. I'd like to think that it's part of a transition away from the gold, silver and bronze. So they've got rid of the silver and the bronze for this set. I'd like to think they're just easing people away, and that then come September, we won't have gold, platinum, diamond, emerald, anything in front of the limited edition cards. There will just be some beautifully designed limited edition cards that maybe there's anything from 20 to sort of 25 limited editions of that you can get in various places. But it's a real step in the right direction. And I think the limited editions actually are one of the nicer design cards in this set.
They feel special, don't they? I think that's the main thing with limited editions and 100 clubs when it comes to the main release of Match Attax. They need to feel special compared to the other insert cards.
They do. It's I don't know how people feel about them being in lucky packets. It might be that I get a month down the line and I'm frustrated because I haven't been able to find them all for either in packs or at decent prices. But again, I like the challenge. I like the challenge of having pack-only limited editions. I think that's a good thing. So maybe it's not quite the quantity that we've got here in 9. It would have been nice to have one come with the binder, for example. But it's not bad. Not bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. But they've completely ditched the starter pack for this collection, and I think that's mainly because it's on Tops.com. It's maybe they're saving the starter pack for something special next season, the next season's release. Which I'm all for this collection. I think there's a few things to work on or to touch up upon in a minute, but as I mentioned, it's definitely one to pick up. It's one for, as we mentioned before, people returning to the hobby to get back into. It's one of those to get straight back into collecting, because you buy a box and you're pretty much there with the base cards, and you can just swap the rest of the way.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, I'm still waiting on. It's been a bit slow, the shipping, isn't it, for orders? I've had the post today and it hasn't turned up my orders. It's been over a week. Obviously, we're both very kindly sent not starter pack, an album and a box from Tops. And again, it's only a sample of one to go off of, but I had all but one of the 128 base cards from my box, so I thought that was pretty good going. And I didn't have a single duplicate insert within the box. Now, how many times have we seen over the years from Tops products? You'll open a box of 50 packs or 30 packs or however many packs in the box, and you'll get multiples of the same star player or multiples of the same man of the match within the box, sometimes within a few packs of each other. So that was quite refreshing, I thought.
If you look at our Match Attax hero box we did together, the amount of matching inserts we got in that 100 packs, they've definitely improved that. And we were obviously very concerned with the £2 packs, because our history of £2 packs and Tops has just been, stay away from them because they're not worth the extra pound at all. But this one, I think they've corrected the imbalance by guaranteeing a minimum of 2 insert cards, possibly 3, obviously, if you get an auto, which I have, and a limited edition, of course. So they've definitely made good progress with the packs.
Absolutely, and I think you need to show us that auto in a bit. But one thing I do just want to touch on, and it's just come to mind, is are we going to see in September, if we've got 12 card £2 packets now, are we going to see 6 cards for £1 in September, do you think?
Possibly, and if they do, okay, that's fair enough, because we know Panini do that. But make sure there's a minimum of 2 insert cards in a pack.
Yeah, or improve the quality of the cards.
Yeah,
Keep improving the quality and the thickness of the cards, and I don't think people can complain. Would be what I would say anyway. So
I think the quality is definitely improving from each collection, from the main one to extra to 101. The improvements per card have been incredible. They really have, and with this one they've gone less lazy in terms of the designs of some of the cards, because they're all completely different designs. Yes, they're all just your silver rainbow foils, and it would have been nice to see quite a bit more colour in, like with the purple parallels.
the purple parallels are lovely. That was the thing I was least looking forward to, but I actually think they're lovely.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. So I definitely kudos to Tops for continuing the improvement on the cards, the card quality, and the card designs, because it was just getting a bit dry. Match Attax and Match Attax Extra, the card designs are pretty much the same. It was hard. There was hardly any difference at all, but I suppose it kept on brand. But yeah.
Yeah, my one criticism of these would be for the inserts that are like 1 in 2 packets. They're not rainbow foil enough. If I get out this messy Match Attax Master, which should be like a really, I suppose you get a little bit of it in the background there, but I don't know if that's just because it's on camera and I'm moving it about. But when you look at it, there's not much. I'm not doing what I'm trying to say justice here, because the card's now showing a lot of hollow foil. But
I get what you mean. I'll have a look at mine.
It's not quite as rainbow as I'd like it.
Yeah. I agree. I think it should be. They are very nice design cards. They look very.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but yeah, they do kind of look 3D with the rainbow foil in the background, and with Messi's case, the Argentinian shield behind him kind of stands out from the background. But I do feel like it needs to be a bit more special per insert card, depending on how rare it was. But obviously, they're all 1 in 2 packs. But yeah, maybe just add a little bit more rainbow for. I really like the Collector's Choice Awards card because the number 1 kind of embosses out. I think it's a really clever.
They are clever.
I like that. I like the
I
picture and the number 1 as well. So there's so many really nice, innovative card designs and card ideas in this collection, which again makes me encourage anyone watching or listening to go out there, go to tops.com, go to Solve Collectibles, who offer next day delivery. Because let's be honest, it'll probably turn up before Tops by the rate it's going at the moment, or Amazon, of course, because Match Attax are selling them on there. And pick up a box, maybe 2. You might even get lucky and get an auto in there. You get a guaranteed limited edition per box, and just have a look at the cards for yourselves. Maybe you can even order a packed bundle of Tops just to test the waters, And if you like the look of them, pick them up, because as me and Tobias have said, we thoroughly recommend getting your mittens on some of these cards.
Yeah, absolutely. As we've said throughout at the beginning of this podcast here, it is a step up. There is lots to like. I'm gonna hold you off that auto for another second, because I want to talk about parallels, because we've both spoken about them. I think certainly when we heard that they might be a thing, I think we were a little bit like, why are you bringing them into a trading card collection? We were thinking they're probably going to be numbered, and they'd be a bit silly. They're not numbered. They're effectively another type of insert, aren't they, really?
Yeah, they're the rarest insert card, basically, aren't they? Other than, obviously, limited editions and autos. But and the fact they're not numbered makes you believe that surely it should be achievable to get the full set quite easily.
Yeah, well, I think over time, I think people are trying to get silly money for them on eBay at the moment. But as you say, they're not numbered. They look rather nice, I have to say. They do look rather good.
Yeah. The quality on them and the purple,
it's the background for me. It's the shine on the back. The purple's nice, but it's the way that they've done this nice hollow effect across the background of the card is incredible.
That's what we want to see more of, I think, in the future Match Attax sets. More just normal insert cards like this, which has this like a premium finish, really.
Yeah, exactly. They don't have to be parallel. Just that nice premium finish would be amazing. Or in future, because I think there's 128 cards that you can get in parallel, which is quite a lot. Maybe it would just be nice in the future if they did, say they do a subset of cards, and then they do that subset, you can get as, it says subset 20, you can get that as a parallel version, 1 in 4 packets or whatever. So that would be quite nice,
Even if they want to take it further and do like a smaller subset, so it's maybe 6 maximum, 4, something like that. And the parallels are just different coloured versions of those cards, and they're quite rare. Like they're maybe 1 in 20, something like that. That could be quite cool. It's similar to kind of how Panini did their signatures in the multi-packs. That sort of parallel variety of that certain limited edition. I think that'd be quite nice if Topps did that. Obviously, they're adopting this parallel malarkey into their entry-level set. So it'd be nice to see if they could translate that into next season's collection with a subset.
Absolutely. I think they can do something with this. I think they've got legs with this. So it'd be interesting to see what they do. Hopefully it doesn't go in the wrong direction. Hopefully, as you say, it goes in a positive one, which would be fantastic. But go on then. You know what I'm talking about. Go on then.
I'll have to go to the back of my room to get this.
Oh, and while he goes and finds it, we will have a little distance chat, if he can hear me, about the autos. So there are 10 autos we now know. And I would say, Jack, you've got one of the better ones.
Mason Mount.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, it's decent. The only problem with this auto is that there was a slight little dent in the corner there.
Okay. Oh dear.
Yeah, but other than that, cracking card, number to 200. So
nice.
Yeah, I think Fatty's 100.
Yeah, Fatty 100. There's a few that are numbered. I think Havertz is one numbered to 101.
Yeah.
I've seen Camavinga's numbered to 350. Other than that, I don't think I've seen any others pulled.
No.
Oh, Tuanzebe to 100 as well, I think.
Yeah. So Mount's probably one of the most common ones out there, but it's probably one of the better ones, really, if you think about it.
It's a nice one.
Yeah. I mean, it's Mason Mount. He's having the season of his life at Chelsea, Champions League final as well.
Go to the Euros, all being well as well.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, they've done his stats dirty there, 77 attack, but yeah, it's a really nice card, and that's just gone on display in the back of my room with all my other autos from top sets. And, it was absolutely mental packing this, like completely unexpected, because I thought, oh, mate, I'm going to have to buy 10 boxes to get an auto, because that's what the rate is. But for third pack of the collection, and out you come.
Auto. Wow.
Hoping some more.
Yeah, well, this is it. Anything now you get is a bonus.
Yeah.
So you got your one. It's nice to have one in the bank, and anything now is a real bonus. And let's hope it's a different one. I wouldn't want you to get another mount.
Well, I could cash in on it,
Yeah, this is true. For the PC, it'd be nice if you. Yeah, I mean, Havertz would be nice. Messi, Ronaldo.
Oh, Messi.
Yeah, Messi. Yeah.
I think I'm trying to sort something out with with Solve for him to send me a few boxes to hopefully find another auto, something like that.
A good hunt. That would be a good hunt.
Hunt, yeah. Hopefully that can happen. Who knows? But yeah, I love an auto pull in any collection, even if you're guaranteed it. It's just that special feeling.
I'm still yet to pull one from a pack. After all these years, I'm still yet to pull one from a pack.
It's going to happen.
Well, who knows? Let's hope so. But should we move the conversation on a little bit around 101? So the stats are gone. The limited editions are moving in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose the question is there anything missing for you? Or anything Top still haven't done to take things that next step?
Let's have a little look through. I'm trying to think at the top of my head. I think the top 10 or top 9 need to be shiny.
Would agree with that. Absolutely.
Yeah. Or like kind of 100 clubs. So what they've done with 100 clubs recently, for those who are new to Match Attax, is they've made them blue. It would have been quite nice if they kept that on. Maybe the number 1 Lewandowski being a gold or like a dual card kind of thing.
Yeah.
Other things which are missing, can't think of anything. Legends, maybe some legends in there, but I'm always going on about legend cards. My love for legends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, what I have noticed actually is that there's a few managers missing out. Arteta.
Yeah, my guy Mikel.
Missing out.
Yeah.
Emery.
Of course, Emery. Yeah. There's no Dortmund boss in there as well. I know it's only a temp, but yeah, there's some big clubs missing some managers. Well, I say big clubs. Are Arsenal really a big club? That's a conversation for another day. But yeah. No, I agree with that. But
what would you say missing?
Like you, I'd agree with the sort of the top 10, 11 needing to have some kind of specialty rarity to them. Because I said to you, I felt it was a bit strange when opening a packs that I just got a Robert Lewandowski 101 card that was a base card. That just felt really strange.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right. So
no, it doesn't feel right. In terms of like if there's a subset or anything missing, I mean, I know they haven't done it in 101 before, but if there's a way they could squeeze them in, having some kind of man of the matches, whether that be actually, bearing in mind 101 is released right at the end of the tournament, if you like, of the Europa League and Champions League. Maybe they could have done some man of the matches that have actually won the man of the match award in either the group stage games or some of the early knockout rounds. I just something like that for me really makes a Match Attax collection. It's it's something that's been there from the start, and of course we've no, even then we haven't. I was going to say, like, yeah, I think that's probably it, really. Like that for me would have made it perfect. But I think for the size it is, it's very, very good. It's the strongest collection I think of the tops have done this season for the Champions League and Europa League license.
And it was the exact same last season as well. Match Attax 101 completely destroying Extra and the main set. So it's nice to see that the continuous progress is being made from the original release in 2019-20 to now. The improvements have been incredible. So well done to Tops. We've got to give you credit where it's due because you deserve it.
Yeah, definitely. And I think a thank you to them again for obviously sending the stuff out so we could take a little look at it. But yeah, let's just hope that they carry this on into September, and rather than peak at the end, that they're consistent throughout. I'd much rather the line be like that than like that and then starting back down at zero again. You know, I want them to be consistent across the board. I think people have noticed the lack of multi-packs or tins.
Yeah.
I'm not averse to necessarily that. I think multi-packs have become quite tedious over the years. Tins are, you know, spoken about before the issues with tins and the repetitive number of cards. It's quite nice just having a pack-only collection, almost going back to basics.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. It is good stuff, I would say.
I agree. Going back to basics, getting rid of all these products they've been releasing recently, which is just not worth it. Can you imagine a Megatin for this collection? Imagine a Megatin. You get, what was it, usually 60 cards in one of those?
Near enough all your base cards and 10 shinies, yeah.
And you best believe it'd be the same old shinies in each Megatin. So, well done again to Tops. They've kept it simple, as we mentioned, and it does bring back sort of nostalgia feelings when collecting this set because it's just packs. It's just plain and simple. Open your packs, put it in the binder, you're done with it. There's limited editions on the side, which is kind of what it was in the early Match Attax collections, you know, the 07, 08s, the 08, 09. Did 07, 08 had any limited editions?
Yeah, they had limited editions, yeah.
So it's kind of like that because they're kind of on the side, you know, but obviously they are on the checklist here, so it's probably advisable you do go for the full set. But, yeah, you know, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I think, as you know, you summarised it really, really well there. It's a step in the right direction, and you know, it wasn't. We haven't really had any complaints. It's more of a wish list, isn't it? It's more of a wish list.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I think. Do you want to? Is it too early to give it a rating out of 10?
I think before we give it a rating, there is one thing I'd like to make a comment on.
Go on.
Okay, so there's not enough base cards compared to insert cards.
Good point.
Yes, which means that when you open a box, as you mentioned before, you had all but one of the base cards.
True.
Yeah, and you still need over half the insert cards, I'm guessing?
I need 63 insert cards, so yeah.
A substantial amount. So yeah, there's a big imbalance there, which isn't ideal. So yeah, what I'd recommend to people thinking of collecting this is do buy 2 boxes. You will have a lot of swaps of the base cards. It's going to happen. But you'll get to a higher point in the insert card ratios. Hopefully you don't get swaps here and there. And then you can swap the rest of the way to completion. But yeah, that's my only critique of this collection, being the imbalance of base cards and insert cards. And other than that, it's a very, very enjoyable collection.
Yeah, definitely. I think I'd overlooked that earlier. So yeah, they could almost done with double the base cards, and it probably would balance itself out a little bit more. I'm sure they could have come up with something. But hey, you know, again, that's the only complaint that we've got. It's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, top sets recently we have had definitely more than one complaint per set. So this is a massive step forward, and I really hope, as you mentioned previously, that they do keep this trajectory going forward and keep improving, keep making positive movements forward in Match Attax, and then it'll get back to what it was 5-6 years ago when it was at its prime.
Definitely. But I think that's 101 done. Before we conclude today, is there anything else in the football card world, or the collecting world, I should say, that has caught your attention this week?
I don't think there's been much release this week, has there?
It's been quite a quiet week. I don't think Topps have brought anything exciting. I know there was the Mbappe Fire card, which went as it was expected, as it was only 100, went very quickly. They've announced Cricket Attack for the 100 as well, which is, well, it'd be interesting to see how that does, because I think they've done Cricket Attack before. I don't think it's particularly done well in the. I'm not sure they've released it in the UK market before or not, but I know it sells very, very well. Certainly in Asia, Cricket Attack, obviously with the IPL. But this is for the English-based 100 competition launching this summer, so it'd be interesting to see how that does.
I think since the last time we filmed a podcast, we've obviously got our hands on the Bundesliga Chrome.
Oh yes,
which it's not bad. Look at that. You've got an auto.
Yeah, I've got another one on the way as well.
Wow.
Very decent little purchase. Another 5. Marcel Sabitzer, red parallel autograph.
Wow.
Under £45.
Blimey, someone had a mare.
It was an auction.
Oh God. You did very well there. Blimey.
Yeah.
The 5 Sabitzer. Blimey, that is
nice looking card. So yeah, can't wait for that to turn up, which will be good. But go on, your thoughts on Bundesliga Chrome?
Bundesliga Chrome, right. A few things to point out of this collection. One, firstly, the parallels are coming out more frequently, I must say. They are coming out at a decent rate. But there's a big problem with this collection. And again, it's if you bought in bulk, you're getting the same base cards. I don't think I've opened nearly 5. I think I've opened 5 boxes now, and I've definitely not got a full set there. Albeit 4 of them have gone to people who've entered trade week breaks. The cards I've got, which I opened on my channel, are pretty much the same as the ones I've got in the trade week breaks that I've opened. It's the same base cards. You could tell which ones are from the same batch.
I've only opened the one box so far, and there weren't any duplicates. I think within my box, I've got 3 sat behind me and another on the way to open. I think they are nice. I'm wary now of the issue that you sort of raised again, like the UCL Match Attax Chrome that they did. I think the other thing to note, and I think this is quite a nice thing, so they've released Bundesliga Match Attax Chrome. Everyone jumped on it. It sold out fairly quickly. But unlike the UCL one, it's not gone through the roof price-wise.
Yeah.
Which I think is because people have realised there aren't as many good cards to hit. So it's more of a collector's collection rather than people trying to resell, hit all the rookies. Because, there's a few rookies in the Bundesliga that are good. Obviously, you've got Haaland as well, Alphonso Davies, Gio Reyna, that are all sort of chase cards. But
Makoko.
Yeah, Makoko. What's it called? Musiala and the Schalke Everts and the Schalke Hopper, Matthew Hopper. Yeah. But other than that, it's kind of like it's a bit dead if you get an Augsburg card or
I agree.
Arminia Belfeld midfielder or whatever. So it's price is more realistic, is what I'm trying to say, which is good for collectors.
I'd 100% agree. The price is definitely realistic for what you get inside because, as you mentioned, you don't want to get a purple parallel from Arminia Bielefeld.
I mean, look, I got that of 50. What a beautiful design card, but it's not, other than it being quite nice for me to have in my personal collection, it's not got anything of worth because it's from Arminia Bielefeld.
Yeah, exactly.
And the same with that orange. Look, that orange. What again? Beautiful card. But who wants a Tobias Strobel of 25 card?
I don't. I don't think many others do, to be honest, other than maybe Augsburg fans. But But yeah, it's definitely it's fun. It's fun to rip open, as the UCL one was, and it's good that it's keeping at that same price. So yeah, well done again to Topps. Just a few things to pick up on though, such as the pack inserts and the duplicates of cards and stuff like that, which is just not really good enough. But there we go. I have seen plenty of Musiala numbered cards come out from the boxes.
Yeah, you've packed a couple, haven't you, for Trade Week, which is good.
Yeah,
and again, they look lovely.
Yeah,
They
blue
look
and
lovely.
purple Musiala and a purple Makoko last night.
You had a refractor Haaland as well, didn't you?
X-Factor Haaland, yeah.
Yeah.
So there is some like really good. Like, if you hit one of those,
And I saw the that was the nicest card I've seen in a while. But again, it doesn't hold any. It might hold personal value, but it doesn't hold any value really in the card market. But that was the Kramaric you pulled.
wow,
Beautiful card. Yeah.
wow, it was gold, wasn't it?
Gold, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it and beautiful.
Gold Kramaric 100 club, number to 50, absolutely stunning. But doesn't he play for Hoffenheim, Schalke?
Hoffenheim, yeah, Hoffenheim.
It's not really the team you want, but still, it's such a nice looking card, and I wish the actual 100 clubs had that sort of finish to them. But yeah, that again, the number to 50, the gold 100 clubs, the gold limited edition cards. If you get a parallel limited edition, I'll just hope that one of these days I can pack something rarer than an orange, but you never know.
Well, fingers crossed. I mean, I haven't packed anything rarer than an orange either. So by law of averages, one of us has got to at some point.
Yeah. One of us should get an auto, like not bought, but legit, pack pulled.
Yeah.
So it's about time, because I think across all the boxes we've got in our group, essentially, I think we've got, what is it? You've got 5?
I've got 5. I know my brother got a couple. I think he got 2 or 3 in the end. You got 6.
I got 6, and Elliot, who was on the podcast a couple of weeks ago, got 3. So it's nearly 20, probably more than 20 just there.
At least roughly 15
okay.
boxes, 15, 16 boxes.
So one of us should get an auto, because they're 1 in 10 boxes. But you never know. We might get lucky. Hopefully we do. But yeah, I love the chasing of autos. That's what I really like about the modern day collection at the moment.
Yeah, we had this conversation before, didn't we, about as long as you're not trying to chase hundreds, as there's only a select number of players, which Topps have done with 101. They've done it with Chrome. It's okay. It's quite fun, as you say. So, yeah. But I think we probably should begin to wrap things up here. One thing I would say is Panini. Can we have something to talk about Panini-wise soon, please, again?
Yeah,
have some balance back.
It's gone quiet. They've completely stopped. I saw this morning they released some sort of cute dog puppy sticker collection. That's not what we want here at the Unpacked Podcast. No. So it's just completely gone quiet from Panini. Maybe they're just planning big for more Euro content or next season Premier League.
Where's Mosaic?
I think Euro Mosaic's coming out end of June.
Oh, so we've got to wait. We've still got to wait. Oh, blimey, we've got to wait for that.
Yeah, I mean they've released La Liga and Serie A this week. I think it was yesterday or day before.
Saw the La Liga, yeah. They
look really good. The auto checklist for those collections, you've got the likes of, I think Maradona's in one of them, but you've got Messi, Ronaldo, you've got the checklist for those collections, the amount of legends you can get. It's just wow. So hopefully I can get my hands on those. But Panini, if you're watching this or listening to this, release something. Give us something to talk about, or we're
or a preview of something. Yeah. Anything.
We've kind of just forgotten about the Euro stickers because we've done our collections, haven't we? So
yeah, and even I'm sure the hype will pick up again when domestic season's done and there's the excitement goes from a domestic Champions League final, an All England Champions League final and all that sort of thing. I'm sure the hype will pick up again, but it just seems to have gone very quiet.
It has, yeah. I do think the hype will definitely pick up again once the season's done and people will think, because yesterday it was a month till England-Croatia. So,
wow.
Absolutely buzzing. So I think once we're like the tournament started, I think Panini will definitely utilise the marketing, because their head of marketing, Christopher Livingston Clover, he knows his stuff, so he will he'll definitely utilise the the market there to promote the stickers. So yeah.
He's probably listening as well. So go on, Chris.
Yeah, go on.
Go on.
You can do it. But yeah, I think we should think about wrapping it up now. A really nice discussion there, Tobias. Thank you very much for joining me once again.
No, pleasure as always. Apologies again that we didn't get to film this last week. Various things got in the way, but hey, you know what? Sometimes it's worth the wait.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think this one was worth the wait. We had a nice review of Match Attax 101. We spoke a little bit about Bundesliga Chrome, and now we're just ranting about Panini to get them to do something so we can talk about it. But thank you very much once again for listening to the podcast. If you made it this far, hopefully you have. And obviously do subscribe to us on the platforms and follow us on the platforms as well. And leave us a nice review. That'd be very nice. And we'll see you in the next episode, which will be episode 12 of the Unpacked Podcast very, very soon. So goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye.